In today's episode of The Tenant, I'm in Mumbai. In Mumbai, I'm in Nahur East, a location very well connected to Powai as well as Navi Mumbai. Our tenant today is a young couple staying in a 1 BHK apartment. Why are they renting this place? What works and what doesn't? Let's meet them. Hi Amit, good to see you.
Hi Vishal, welcome home. Meet my lovely wife Juhi.
Hi Juhi.
Hi.
Okay, this is your rental apartment.
No Vishal, this is my transit home. This is where we live for the first 4 days of the week.
Transit home.
Yeah, this is our transit home.
Okay, so you said 4 days a week.
Yeah.
So what's the arrangement like? What do you do
Vishal, what we typically do over here is that we come here on Monday morning and then we leave this place by Friday once we are done with our work. And we go and join along our parents who stay in the other part of Thane, which is Badlapur. So we have a good place there, where we go usually on our weekends. We don't spend our weekends in Bombay.
So Monday to Friday is Mumbai,
Yeah.
and weekend is in Badlapur.
Yes. So Monday to Friday is where our work is, and Saturday Sunday is where we spend or give our time to our family.
So firstly, where is Badlapur?
So Badlapur, just to give an analogy, is what Greater Noida is to Delhi, or I would say what Pune was once upon a time for Bombay. So it is in that phase, but then it is somehow somehow very good for senior folks. They get their social circle, and then it is surrounded by nature. So we tend to enjoy nature a lot, and we get this opportunity on weekend. Maybe Badlapur is like a vacation, mini vacation for folks in Bombay, which we enjoy almost every week. So
Okay.
I'll say we are lucky enough.
So basically, Monday to Friday in Mumbai and weekend in Badlapur.
Yeah.
Now, why do you do this arrangement? You said your office is there.
Yeah.
Why not just do the daily commute from?
So I'll explain. So Vishal, as Juhi also said, so we both are brought up in Mumbai. So much of my life I spent in government quarters, which are like type 4, type 5 homes, 3, 4 BHK homes. You get a good parking space, you get greenery around. So that was the scene till 2017. Post that, when my dad retired, we thought of probably buying a home in Bombay. But once we went out in the market, we realized that there is a price and value gap, as in the rooms were very smaller and we were used to nothing less than 1500 square feet kind of homes. So there was a thing where we thought it's better not to buy at this point in time. So, and meanwhile, my dad, once his office shifted from Bombay to Ambernath, he had bought a plot long back, somewhere in 2000. And we got a plan, why not build something over there and stay. So they shifted over there, and I was working from Bombay. But then COVID came in and it disrupted life for everyone. So I shifted along with them for roughly 3 years, and as I was a banker then, and currently also I work for an NBFC, we had for a very small amount of time a work from home setup, and most of it was hybrid. For the next 3 years I stayed with them, and I enjoyed actually living with my parents, because that gave me an opportunity to reconnect with my parents after my childhood, and somehow that worked for me. But as hybrid also went off, and we were asked to come to office regularly, it was very difficult. Commuting would take at least 5 hours a day, so which was a nightmare. That's when I decided I'll probably take up a place closer to my workplace, and which is well connected and maybe gives us multiple options to travel to our office.
Okay. And before we proceed further on that part of the transit home, how big is this apartment that we're talking?
So this is like around 450 to 500 square feet.
Okay. 450 to 500 square feet. This is a 1 BHK.
Yeah.
And just two of you are living here.
Yep.
Okay. Why this location? We are in Nahur. क्या है खासियत नाहौर की to stay here?
So I would say that as compared to maybe Nahur West or you can say the west side of this corner, it's little less chaos, like it's little, as you can see, it's little close to nature, like it's a very natural vibe, and as I said, it's less chaos also as compared to west. So east side of, if you see, like starting from maybe Kanjur and in between Bhandop and Nahur, it's that part is little less of chaos. So yeah.
Okay. You said that you're staying here because of the workplace.
Yeah.
What's your commute system like? Where's your office? Both your offices, and how do you all commute from here?
So Vishal, because we've shifted and this being a transit point, as in Navi Mumbai to Thane, this offers us a lot of scope of travel. So we usually take our cars, but if there is traffic, we can travel by our two-wheelers. If we don't feel like maybe using our vehicle, we can pretty much use that local train. So and then there is a carpooling system which is also available in Nahur Mulund. So it gives us a lot of scope, and our travel time also has reduced drastically. So that has helped us to have better lives, I would say.
How much time do you take from travel from here to your offices than if you were staying in Badlapur? How would it take?
So
First you can go there. Yeah.
So from Badlapur to Powai or my office, where my office is, it would take at least 5 hours every day. Both the sides. That has now reduced to 1.5 hours. In the worst case, would be
5 hours it would be from Badlapur to
yeah, to Powai and then going back. So and then you have to also align your time with the local trains. So there is a lot of dependency that has that we've gone rid of now because of the multiple options that we have.
Okay. And for you?
Same, like now I'm just taking around like 1 hour, maybe 2 hours, like coming back, and if it is Badlapur, then it goes to like 4 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically you both have cut down your travel time by more than half by doing a shift from Badlapur to this area. Okay. Now you said at the start that both of you all were from Mumbai.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to live in Mumbai versus living in Badlapur? He said he called it transit home, right? 5 days here, 2 days in Badlapur. What's the difference between Mumbai and that location?
I think the first and foremost is family. Like we have family there, so we like to spend the time with them, of course. And the other part is, of course, like we both like Badlapur more because.
Okay, you like Badlapur more than Mumbai?
Exactly, yeah.
Why is that?
So same thing, like Badlapur is on a developing stage right now, so it is not that maybe not that crowded whatever like the Mumbai city is as of now. So yes, it is much better and much greener, and I would say much organized also somewhere. So yeah.
Basically, she's saying is that if you see Bombay, everywhere it's dug up. Over there, roads are much better than what we see over here. And then because of its location, it is surrounded by nature. We have mountains, rivers, jungles everywhere. So, every weekend we can spend our 30 minutes, being in nature, which is difficult to find in Bombay. So to an extent, it gives us a weekend holiday as well. Unlike what we would have typically done in Bombay, probably, visiting a shopping mall on weekend. So that helps, somewhere us to relax.
Would you agree to the point that living in Badlapur is better than living in Mumbai?
In terms of quality of life, yes. As in, so my parents both are retired now and they have their social circle. Every week they have some or other event. They visit somebody else's plot, somebody else's sports center or something else. That place keeps them occupied. Unlike in Bombay, where I see senior citizens usually, because of lack of public spaces, roaming on roads, which is not the case over there.
Okay. For this apartment, which area of the apartment do Juhi and Amit use the most?
I think this one is the where we spend the time most. Like we have a TV, and I think the window is the most engaging part, because if you see that people, it's you are like little occupied, like seeing outside. People are like, we are engaged usually, and that's TV and everything, so we spend this part more.
Okay. So TV, looking out the window, relaxing over here.
Yeah.
This is it. Okay. This apartment, was it easy to get?
So it wasn't that difficult, I would say. It wasn't easy as well. But we got it online, and we got it directly from the owner. So while getting it was difficult, but once we got it, we settled it quite quickly because we were directly dealing with the owner. So quite not that difficult, as in we saw some 4 or 5 properties, but somehow since our intention was very clear that we want to use it as a transit point, we thought the closer to the railway station and the less chaotic it is, the better for us. So we ended up here.
So, were there other locations besides Nahur that you were looking at?
So we were actually looking on the eastern side of central suburbs. So we looked at Kanjur, Vikhroli, Bhandup and then Nahur as well. The closest we could get to a railway station and to a highway was Nahur. So we settled here.
Okay. Because you said your office is in Powai and yours is also in a way close to Powai, right?
Yeah, Sakinaka.
Okay, so you both need to be close to
Yeah,
that
almost.
vicinity. Okay, so this thing covers your living area, the most used part of your house.
Yep.
This will be your kitchen.
Yeah.
Yep.
So was the kitchen a big factor in the selection of the apartment?
Not exactly. As we said, like we were looking like more closer to the station and everything. That was the main factor. Kitchen, as we just are two of it, so we just thought that it's enough for us. So yeah, that's it.
This is like it's like a bare bones kitchen. Simple, does the job.
Yeah, it
Yes.
does the job exactly. So for us, like it's enough. Maybe like a bit smaller, what I feel, because I cook. So I just feel sometimes like a bit smaller, but it's enough.
Do you use the house very differently because you know it's only 5 days a week?
I would say not really, as in even if you stay for 3 days a week, you need to do the same stuff which you do for 7 days a week. So you need everything over here. That being said, we use it differently. I would say we don't actually. It's the same thing that we use.
Are there people who tell you that instead of doing this entire expense of staying in Mumbai just for 4.5 days, may as well save that money and stay in your own home in far-flung Badlapur?
I think Vishal, that looks theoretically a very good answer, but once you start commuting, then you realize that there is little life that is left in you after you reach home. So I think it was a wiser decision to stay closer to our offices, at least for 4 days a week when we have to go office. So Vishal, the bottom line is Mumbai is good enough if you are working or if you have to sleep here. But to live, we have a better place. We go to Badlapur and live our life there.
How much rent are you paying here?
So over here we are paying 22,000 a month and deposit was somewhere closer to 75,000 rupees.
Okay, so 22,000 rupees per month.
Yeah.
And what would be your entire household expenses here? I'm trying to understand what is the cost of running this ship.
So this would be roughly around 40,000 rupees, Vishal, a month.
So basically 40,000 is the price you're paying for ensuring you don't have to travel 5 hours a day to work.
Yes, I think that's a small price that we pay just to be in the proximity of our office space.
Okay, and this would be your common bathroom.
Yep.
Yes.
So tell me, was it a necessity that you had that you wanted a 1 BHK apartment with 2 bathrooms, so you could have done with a 1 BHK with 1 bathroom as well?
No, I think not exactly required, because as I said, like we are just 2 of us, and like for 2 people 1 bathroom is enough in that case. But as this flat was like with 2 bathrooms and we took it as an addition, and where there sometimes like we are rushing to the office and we go together. So in that case, he uses 1 bathroom and I uses 1 bathroom. So it's easy to manage in such cases.
Tell me, what is one thing about Nahur that most people don't know? Like, I'm pretty certain most people in Mumbai will also not know much about Nahur.
Yes.
What is it about Nahur that people should know?
So Nahur, as you are aware that, as you said, most people in Bombay don't know about Nahur because it's recently, the railway station has come up very recently. But what Nahur offers is a connectivity, as in you are connected to Thane, you are connected to Navi Mumbai, and then they are building this Mulund Goregaon link road. So it would become a junction maybe sooner or later. Secondly, it's much more greener than the other parts of Mumbai, and at least on the eastern side, as in you have salt pans behind, which actually keeps the temperature of this locality at least 2-3 degrees lower than what a typical place in Bombay would be. So it's much more greener. It offers connectivity and it is not as crowded as the rest of the Mumbai is.
Okay. This is a pretty good sized bedroom actually. And windows shut all the time, or because I can hear some birds chirping. Windows are shut most of the time for you, or what is it?
Usually I have a tendency to close windows in like early morning when I wake up. So we have this mosquito net, so that give us a little air and the sound of birds,
Okay.
which sounds very beautiful. So yeah.
But mosquito net, why?
Because usually after 7 p.m. it's said that the mosquitoes, they usually get into the house, so that why.
Okay.
Plus the salt pens behind, so mosquitoes are quite well trained over here. So we try to keep it shut. I mean, we were advised by our owner, you better keep it shut after 7 p.m. So that's a small sacrifice that we have to make, but we are okay with that.
Both of you have said you've stayed in Mumbai before, in a way doing a weekend home or actual home at Badlapur. Which part of Mumbai were both of you are from?
So Ghatkopar.
And you?
Yeah.
I was also in Ghatkopar.
So Ghatkopar is vibrant.
Yeah.
Okay. Badlapur, I'm sure is not vibrant. Is it for people of your age? You all look too young to enjoy what people say is peace and green. Is that the case, or or there's something about that Badlapur greenery and peace that even gets youngsters sucked in?
So I think, Vishal, there are two things. Firstly, obviously, as you said, we are too young. So we have Monday to Friday to focus on our work, and that we do. But as my parents have also aged, they are closer to 70 now. So it's also a responsibility that I need to look after. In addition to that, as you said, the greenery and other parts, they come along with that. So that way, I think, I've been able to manage both, and hopefully will continue to do.
So basically, the weekend home is a combination of peace and green plus being close to your parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay, this apartment came furnished, unfurnished. You got the air conditioners, cupboards, and all with the apartment. Or you had to buy it.
So we had to buy it. Nothing came in with the apartment. It was fully unfurnished.
Did you want a building with amenities? This area, I see a lot of large, tall skyscrapers with many amenities. Did you all consider those?
So I think we never wanted that. As we said earlier, we come here only to sleep and have food. So didn't want to spend on amenities, but rather wanted to spend on connectivity. That's where I've spent. So we were not really looking for buildings with large swimming pools or clubhouses. I mean, we'll not use it anyway.
Do you both miss Ghatkopar?
I do sometimes, because of course, like before marriage also I used to stay there, so born and bottom in Ghatkopar, so yes, I do. But I have even adapted Badlapur as well, because
What was the first reaction when you saw Badlapur?
okay, so yeah, it was very difficult at the time, because for me, I have never beyond Kalyan, so I have never heard of Badlapur also so much. So when I shifted to Badlapur initially, it was very difficult to see everything, because being from Ghatkopar, which you said, which is very vibrant, and going suddenly to the another opposite side of the space it was very difficult. But slowly and gradually, I just realized that that vibrant is still okay, but the peace and the nature is more better. So that is something which helped me to adjust in that beautiful space. So yeah.
And for you?
So I've had my friends in Ghatkopar, but then as I said, it was a government quarters. So people have moved out. So I have friends all along, and then somehow I do meet them. But then I somehow, as a man starts aging, his friend circle starts reducing. So that has happened with me as well. I have good set of friends even in Badlapur. Some of them have shifted there.
So Badlapur, huh?
Yeah. So my friend circle is still intact, but it has gone shorter, I would say.
Okay. And that will be the second.
There's a second bathroom. Yeah.
Both the bathrooms are of respectable size. You said that you said multiple times in the show that this is a peaceful, green area, neighborhood, away from the vibrancy of Ghatkopar. I've actually never come to this part of Nahur. Okay, I've seen the flashy towers that are there. So can we take a look at the surrounding outside?
Sure.
Sure, Vishal.
Sure. Let's go. Okay, so Ahmed, this was the hidden gem you were telling me about, huh?
So yes, Vishal, this is the one which I was speaking of. It's a salt pan, and they grow some grasses over here. There are birds which come in. There is some water source, so it's green all around the seasons, and it also helps to reduce the temperature in the vicinity. So this is the place that I was speaking of.
What next for you guys? क्या है plan अगला? Do you want to buy a home?
Yes, we are planning to. So earlier we were targeting this place, like as we all find like all the plus points here, apart from smell, which is like a 10% as compared to Kanjur and Vikhroli. But as of now, as he said, like it's going to be a settlement place in some time. So we are just rethinking on that decision. Like we might not right now, but we still target some other place where we can buy and own a house.
You spoke about smell. The dump yard is close by, right?
Yeah.
Was that a factor when you were deciding to rent this place? कि इतना smell आएगा? Or like a surprise for you all?
So it was a kind of surprise to us, because what we know is that the dumping ground is in Kanjur, and this place must be around 6 to 7 kilometers away, and there are large buildings over here. So I mean our decision was also based on that. The other guys would have done their due diligence before buying a 2 crore flat, but then there is a realization on some days of the month you do get that stench, but that's how about it.
But I would still say that it's not that strong. Like it's not that strong that what Kanjur people or Bhandu people are facing right now. So,
Okay. Now, my final question to you both. You said at the start you would have had to travel 4.5 to 5 hours per day if you were staying in Badlapur and to commute to Mumbai. You've taken a transit home in Mumbai. Is that going to be the journey going forward as well?
So maybe in the next few years, I would say I'll bring my parents also over here, because as I said, they are aging, and I have to be around them, all the time. So I'll bring them. That being said, even for them, we'll have an arrangement where because they have their social circle there, they could go back and reunite with them whenever they would want. But I will have a place rented over here, and maybe in the next 3 to 5 years I will think of buying something. But then I need to figure out which area is attractive for my kind of requirements.
Okay. So basically, short term, continue this arrangement of renting in Mumbai while having your main home in Badlapur. In the medium term, hope to bring them from Badlapur to Mumbai. And long term, probably have both own a home here and in Badlapur and live comfortably.
Yes, that's the ultimate goal.
Okay. On that note, Amit and Juhi, thank you for coming on the
Thank you so
Tenant.
much.
Thank you so much, Vishal.
You're one of the unusual cases I've seen. Mumbai, people in Mumbai struggle to get a rental home, but for you, Mumbai is a transit home.
Yes.
Good luck going forward.
Thank you so much.
Time for the report card. This is a compact 1 BHK apartment of 450 square feet in a standalone building. Location, this is Nahur East, developing location at this point of time. A lot of tall skyscrapers, but not much social infrastructure. Connectivity, one of its strongest points. Railway connectivity via the Nahur station, very convenient, as well as access to the road which connects you to the Eastern Express Highway. All in all, if you're a person that wants to be in this part of the location that has easy connectivity to markets like Powai as well as Navi Mumbai, wants it at a modest budget, is okay with some degree of stench that might be there from a dump yard close by, this is a sort of location and project that can be considered. Are you looking for the perfect home? Stop looking around, scan the QR code and explore from thousands of rental properties, read resident reviews and make an informed decision with 99acres.com.